All right. What's going on? What's going on? Let me make sure that I can see. Oh, look at that. It worked. All right. So, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, so I'm multitasking. Let me move this out the way. I am live streaming here to YouTube and also TikTok for the first time. First and last time, by the way. I just wanted to do this at least once because I never done that. I never done the whole live streaming from TikTok. So I thought I was like, let me play around with this because TikTok is a weird place. But anyway, welcome to all 5 of you that are watching today. I know I haven't done a live stream in a long time, so I was like, all right, let me try to do this consistently on Friday, where I can talk about DC stuff, and because it feels like it's fun to be a DC fan again, to love Cape shit again. So I was like, let me start doing this more consistently on Fridays, because on Friday I didn't know that Phil, sorry Philly, I know that you do your live stream on Thursdays, on Fridays. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I think I watched it a couple of times, but live streams, I think I watch consistently. Dave, I watch consistently. I don't always comment, but I watch consistently, and I watch a couple other people also consistently. What's going on, Selena? Good to see you here, my homie, my producer. Listen, I gotta show you a lot of love because I think the biggest YouTube video, I posted it because you convinced me to do it, and because of that, I reached a new milestone. I reached 6K subscribers. Anyway, so yeah, let's go. Clark Kent, what's going on? Good to see you here. Let's see. I see Superman film. My list, Mickey 17. My list of Robert Pattinson kill. Mickey 17. What the hell did you say, bro? Anyway, oh, thank you. This is the second time I wore it, by the way, because my daughter saw me like, I haven't seen that shirt before, and I just realized I only wore it once when I did a video. It was a video essay about the whole hating thing in the DCU. But thank you. I appreciate you for showing up. Hit that record button. Thank you. Always forget. Okay, I'm recording. Okay, now I'm recording. Thank you so much. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, so I completely forgot that I had this T-shirt, and then and it was sitting in my closet because it's winter, and winter is hoodie season. So I was like, let me put it on. But yeah, so my daughter was like, I haven't seen that before. Yeah, it was just that one time. Who's doing the music for Supergirl? I do not know. That is a good question. There's some news that dropped today. We'll get into that, but I do not know who's doing who's composing that film. I don't think, you know what, probably we're not gonna hear from that for a little while, because we kind of knew that who was gonna compose the Superman score, because James Gunn liked to work with the same people, but we didn't hear officially until filming was way underway. But yeah, we don't know. I do not know for sure. What the hell was that? So I don't know what's. Hey Jay, good to see you here, buddy. Good to see you here. I don't think Tick was like Grant Gustin. What the hell are you talking about? Let me see. I don't Tick trust like Grant Gustin clone. I'm not sure what you're saying, buddy. God dang it. Oh snap. Let me see. I have one person watching me on TikTok. I don't understand that stupid app. We'll talk about that in a few minutes also. That I don't know yet. Yeah, see, I don't know yet. I don't know who's gonna be the composer. Anyway, will Superman be the one? Let me move that out of the way. I'm sorry. Okay, will Superman be the only one with a score in Superman? I don't know. That's a good question. Well, James Gunn said that even though I think he's gonna do the whole thing with a needle drop here and there, but it's not gonna be as consistent or as heavily used as it was on Guardians of the Galaxy or even his Suicide Squad film. So he said that it's gonna be more of a score on. Hey, look at this. Okay, Poindexter. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Let me see. Hold on, I guess I got the chat here. Do I have the chat? Yeah, I do. Oh, there you go. Oh, snap. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, look at that. Ah, man, if I would have known this was this fun, I would have done that a long time ago. Look at this. Oh, let me put my two chats right next to each other so I know. Oh, this is pretty cool. Well, I cannot put the chat from TikTok into like I do with this here. I can. Okay. All right. So let's talk about some of the stuff that's happening this week, and we'll talk about nerdy stuff. This is not like a dedicated. It is a DCU centric live stream, but it's mostly like nerd. You know, let's nerd out about stuff. Poindexter is in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Hey, buddy. Okay. So anyway, so what was that? So yeah, so this is like a live stream. It's like a relaxed environment where we could talk about everything that's part of the geek culture. But it is DCU centric, so we're definitely gonna touch up on most of the subjects or most of the stuff that transpired throughout the week. So yeah. Anyway, so let's get into some of the stuff. Here we go. All right, so this is exciting news about Nintendo. I'm a Nintendo guy. I'm a 80s, 70s baby. So yeah, but I grew up on Nintendo and Sega, and this was the system that I loved when I was a little kid, and I still play. I still have I have a Nintendo Switch. The other day I was trying to get the old Nintendo because I love playing classic games. That is my I don't know if I should. Anyway, that's my routine. Every Friday night, like my wife knows, like around 10. Tonight I'm working, well, not working, but I'm doing a project for my job. But like every Friday around 10, 11-ish, you know, I pour a little whiskey and I turn on Nintendo Switch and I play all my classics, you know, Contra, Punch Out. The last one, finally, for the first time, I beat this classic game that not too many people know about. It's called Rhaegar. I don't know if you play that, but it's hard as shit. But it took me forever, and I was like, it has a really shitty ending, but it was very satisfying just to beat it. Anyway, so yeah, so I like to go back to the classics and play all those classic games. I think the next one that I have, because I love Zelda. I play Zelda, the new Zelda on the Wii, but I also go back to the Legend of Zelda and Link to the Past, which is the second one. So I think I'm gonna go in chronological order to play those. Anyway, so they announced the Switch 2 is coming out. So it's, you know, finally, it's been a long time. I like that Nintendo they focus on the game. I think they're gonna release also. They didn't show gameplay for anything. I don't think the hardware is gonna be like a massive improvement, but I think it's gonna be good enough for those who love just having fun playing those games. Like I do play PC games. I love playing PC games. Which is the latest one that I've been playing a lot. Oh my god, I forgot the name. But yeah, I love. I'm not a Call of Duty guy, but I found a game that is very similar. Oh my god, it's a sequel to a really crappy game, but it's really good. It's anyway. But anyway, so going back to this, yeah. So I'm excited for this Nintendo Switch 2. So I'm looking forward to for this to drop. I'm gonna be selling. Listen, if they carried over all the games that I have on my current Nintendo, I'm definitely gonna switch to the Switch 2. Anyway, So yeah, look at that. I didn't know that TikTok. Maybe because people are leaving the people are overusing that. That's funny. Maybe because people are leaving the app, so now they're showing support. They're using it for the last time, I guess. Anyway, so going to this US ban or the TikTok app. I don't listen. I'm addicted to this app, and I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you guys. I'm every night, which is not a good thing. I spend a good hour and a half, doom scrolling and stuff on TikTok, and I feel bad for people that invest the last 4 years on the app, because I think the app that's when it started taking off. I don't know how long it's been, because I remember there was Musical.ly. I think it was Musical.ly first, and then it turned into TikTok, and I know it became a phenomenon, and people rely on this app to make money. Anyway, so yeah, I know, right? I had to put me too. I was overdoing it, and and I know that there is a lot of people that make money. To be honest, I'm a little annoyed with my feed, because like every 3 videos is somebody selling me something. I'm like, I don't want to. Like, there's no option to to sign out of freaking buying something. But I have bought it. I guess it works, because I have purchased a lot of crap from the TikTok shop. But yeah, it is unfortunate that it has come down to this. Maybe what's funny is that the whole thing is that everybody, like the whole reason why they're banning this app is because a security concern. Now everybody's downloading the Red app, which is far more worse than TikTok. So this is not. It has nothing to do with security. I think it has to do with money. I think it has to do with a Meta and X and losing control over 180 something million people that are not on their app, and they want them to be on the app, which is fucking strange, because anybody that has TikTok usually have Instagram. In Instagram, that's where your family and friends are, and that's what the most shares I get them from family and friends on Instagram. So it makes no sense. So now that the Red app, which is inherently a Chinese app, is mining your data, is mining your information. Like, it's really doing that for sure. Whenever you sign in and you surrender your to the rights. And the thing is, like, it's very conservative. You cannot talk about politics. You cannot talk about gender identity. You cannot, like, all the freedoms that we have here to talk about whatever the hell we want. Even in TikTok has like some restrictions, but you have to be like a real asshole to get banned or get some restrictions. But I like it that you can still show news and talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about without being negative or hurtful or threatening. And but now you cannot do that. Like, people are finding the hard way, because like you can see people say, yeah, don't bring your politics up in here. Don't bring your gender identity. Like, we don't care about all that stuff. Like, you're gonna learn today. But it is what it is. Now people are. I'm not gonna download that fucking app. If I cannot speak my mind, or my friends can speak their mind on an app, why would I want to be there? I'm not interested. Anyway, so if they cancel it, if they take it away, it is what it is. I guess I'll switch to Instagram. Instagram is such a crappy. It has such a crappy algorithm. It is bad, but it is what it is. So the next thing that we have, we have Captain America, Brave New World. I thought this poster was pretty good. I'm not excited for this film. I'm not interested at all. And it's not because of because it's a Marvel movie. It's just Anthony Mackie. I think he's an a-hole. He's a dick. Like, anybody that has come across this individual has had bad experience with him. And I believe everything that I heard about him. And a lot of people that I know that have come across this individual, they corroborate the story. Like, yeah, that dude is a piece of shit. So I don't know her personal, but something about him is just like, I don't know, man. I never liked him as Captain America. I never liked him. Never did. I was like, okay, he's part of the team now. Yes, I don't care, whatever. But I don't know if I'm gonna. The only reason why I will go and watch this film is because the Red Hulk. That's it. Because nothing else has been like, oh man, I want to see that film. Nothing. That film has been like in development hell. It went through many reshoots, rewrites, and all that nonsense. And I'm like, I don't know. It just like it's telling me, I don't know. Like there might be some issues with that film. Like I feel like I'm gonna regret coming out of the movie theater if I go watch that film. Look, let me see. Oh, this is cool. Oh man, I should have done this sooner. Anyway, so what are you guys saying? Yeah, I'm surprisingly not excited for this. It looks good, but it's not on my mind that it comes out this month. I didn't know it comes out in a month. That's another thing. Like, it's not even on my radar. Like, I didn't even know, like, what? February 14th? Because, like, I was like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Okay. Like, I'm not going to go to the movies to see that. Like, I wouldn't see that one. I don't know. But anyway, so, yeah, I wouldn't. That's not my cup of tea. What's going on? Why is it not coming up? Did it break? Oh, there it is. Jay Kelly, separate the art from the artist. However, I think this movie is going to be trash. I do, you know what? I do separate the art from the artist because, oh my God, there's so many movies that I'm like, oh my God, I hate that dude or that lady. Like Captain Marvel, I don't like Brie Larson at all. But the first one, I enjoyed a whole lot. I enjoyed the first one a lot. I didn't even like her as Captain Marvel, actually. The last one was trash, but I did like her as Captain Marvel. I didn't understand the hate for that film, but I think it's because of Brie Larson. And what are the movies that other actors? I'm like, I don't like that dude, but damn, this movie's good. Who else? I know there's gotta be a long list because I'm not a hater, but I know there's some people that are complete a-holes, that they are a-holes, but they are always in really good movies. And I come back to this in a few because I cannot think of names right now. Anyway, so yeah, so I guess the poster looks pretty good. Oh man, I have this saved. Nah, I'm not gonna get into this. I think it's stupid. Cosmic Wonder, I don't, let me not talk about the creators. So I posted this thing. I didn't even know this thing went viral. I didn't even notice this thing went like it went everywhere. So I saw that people were complaining about the look of Mr. Terrific. I'm like, why would you, like, he looks like straight out of the comics. Why would you even complain about this? This makes no sense. And of course, there's like specific group of people, you know who they are, who complain and bitch about everything. So I'm like, I wouldn't expect any less from those individuals. But and that's the great majority, because like when I go into the comments, it's just people saying, no, this looks great, this looks good, and then if you see, just let me just pick up somebody random, right? So let's find somebody who says something negative. They hate the comics. DC on a budget. Hold on one second. Who's complaining? But Snyder. Let's legit. Okay, so not too many negative. So it's usually people. Fair play on it. This is not it's not a sexual. Okay, so people know who those people who are the majority of people complaining about this. People know who they are. So yeah, I just thought that was like hilarious. Like, oh shit, because I have my alerts turned off for my personal account because I don't want people to. I don't like. I get I'm OCD. Like if I see alerts, I gotta click on it. Like what the fuck are they saying? Who's replying? Who's saying something? So I turned them off. Not for the real Anarchy page though. But I'm not in there all the time. Just when something drops. Anyway, so Amanda Waller, this was something that Daniel RPK said. So Daniel RPK reported, this is a rumor, which is not a rumor. We knew that we're getting an Amanda Waller show, but the question is, when are we getting that Amanda Waller show? This is a little bit befuddling because I think Amanda Waller was supposed to come out way before Peacemaker. Now Peacemaker is coming out after Superman, and whatever happens on Peacemaker, I kind of the things, the leftovers from what happened in Superman. So Amanda Waller, it's supposedly ready to begin filming later this year. Listen, I believe, you know what? I believe this because this is something that James Gunn already had written, because that was the first thing that he was gonna do, and because that was supposed to take off. That was supposed to be sandwiched between Peacemaker season 1 and 2, and I guess things didn't pan out, and now it's gonna happen later on. So he can. I'm sure that it's easy for him to adjust the story a little bit to fit it after what happens in season 2 of Peacemaker. But I'm still wondering, where does this fit? Because, and you know what, and I like the fact that we as DC fans are having this conversation, which we didn't have ever before, where we are talking about, where does this show fits in the larger story? Does it take place before, after, in between? Does it take place after the Lanterns or before the Lanterns? Like, those conversations were never had before before James Gunn came on board. So it's a good it's a good time to be a DC fan right now. Let me be honest with you. So yeah, so it looks like it's gonna happen at the end of the year. Hopefully, I hope that whatever Daniel RPK is saying is true, because I really want to see what's gonna happen with Amanda Waller. And I think now it makes sense why Rick Flag Sr. is gonna be the main guy, or the main guy on the DCU. He's gonna be like the Nick Fury of the DCU per se. Now it makes sense, because probably she's gonna be dealing with some stuff. Because right now she's only in charge of Creature Commandos, because everything of what happened on season 1 of Peacemaker. So I think she's gonna be in deeper shit, and that's why she's not gonna be in charge, or gonna be the main Nick Fury type of individual in the DCU. Probably eventually she will be find her way into it. So Wonder Woman. Woman of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow begins filming in the UK this week. We haven't seen anything, not a glimpse, not a shot, nothing. And I think we're gonna get to see something, but I think people should hold their horses. Hey, what's going on? Laura Mitchell, Marcus, I think, did I say that? Oh man, all these complicated names, I can really pronounce them. Anyway, sorry about that. But anyway, so yeah, we haven't seen anything. I think it took after Superman started filming the first suit reveal, which was not a suit reveal. It was just the emblem. I think it was like a month after they started shooting. So I don't think we're gonna see Supergirl anytime soon. I was hoping they would drop some information today. We're gonna talk about it in a second. Hold on one second, guys. Give me 1 second, because I'm on call and I saw an alert for an email. Sorry. Let me just see if it's important or not. Okay. All right. So it can wait. All right. So. Okay. This can wait. All right. So let me go back to this. So yeah. So we didn't get a suit reveal until I don't know how far ahead, but I know I was like hoping, like, okay, can we get some news? At least we got some news. We'll talk about it in a minute. We got some casting announcement and also some information. I'm like, okay, we knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. All right. So anyway, so what are you saying? With the most Woman of Tomorrow comic. Let me see. With most of Woman of Tomorrow comics happening in space and a different planet, I doubt that. Yeah, that is true. I doubt we get to see pictures or photos that we get. That we got for Superman. Superman, we got a suit reveal before the movie. When the movie was in production, the one sitting down, and I gotta keep it a stack with you guys. I gotta keep it 100. Be completely honest about that. I thought that reveal could have been better, and not to try to be overly negative, but that suit reveal could have been a whole lot better. Like the second one with Crypto, that was chef's kiss. And in the trailer, you already know. You can see my reaction on the channel. But I hope they learn from that and they do a better suit reveal for her. Okay? Because I know it's going to be the same emblem and this design patterns. Probably they're going to be there because I'm sure that it has to do with the House of L designs and whatnot. So I think there's going to be some amalgamation of the Superman suit, but a female version. I don't know if she's gonna have the skirt, is she gonna have pants, like the last Supergirl. I don't know. I just want the movie to be good. I just want this film to be good. I honestly, if I get an amazing suit, great. If I get an okay suit, fine. If I get a trash suit but the movie's amazing, I want a good suit. Don't get me wrong. But it's not going to be the determining factor where I'm going to say, well, this movie was great or this movie was trash. No, it's the story, the performances, what the director does with his character. That's what's important. But so today we got some news about Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, adds David Krumholtz. I know I'm butchering that name. Krumholtz and Emily Beckham. House of the Dragon star Millie Alcock is playing Sarah Carell. We're ready. So this dude, I've seen him forever. I think he was in the Harold Kumar movies. That's what, and I think was he in one of the American Pie movies? I think he was. Anyway, but I know he was in the Santa Claus. But and he's one of those young actors that grew up in the industry and remained relevant. So he's still relevant in the industry and still continues to get work. So it's good to see that, when you are a child actor and then you become an adult and you continue to work, just like Christian Bale. Christian Bale started when he was a freaking little kid, and he's a Academy Award winner and great actor. I guess when you put in the work, it shows. But anyway, so now see, the feature which began shooting this week in DC UK production hub of Livingston, whatever. It's in London. So anyway, so I remember last year, I think last year or a year or two, right around when James Gunn came on board as a DC studio, I think there was an announcement by Warner Brothers investing, I don't know, boku money to create these studios in London. And which are going to be dedicated for the DC universe. So they made a huge investment because they know they need a space for them to craft their shows, the films, and all that stuff. So they're already taking advantage of that, and they're right now in production. I'd be surprised if going back to the whole suit thing, because this is all going to be in a close environment. I can't think of the word, but I know that they're not gonna show a suit for a while, because it's all the shooting's indoors. I mean, everything is gonna be on green screen or in the volume. I don't know what they have there, and I think that's why we're not gonna get to see a lot of stuff for now. And because it's a space opera, they're gonna show she's gonna be in space most of the time. She's gonna be in Krypton. She's gonna be on that rock, traveling through the universe. So we're not gonna see her we're gonna see her in a real life setting, for lack of a better word. I don't think, but not in the. If we're gonna see her in the real world, meaning like, you know, the alternate universe of what the real world is, which is, I think it's gonna be in the Superman movie, which is already kind of spoiled, but it's not really spoiled. We already knew. Anyway, so Alcock was picked as Supergirl almost a year ago and will first appear in James Gunn's Superman movie. Listen, we knew this was gonna happen. I think there's a video, somebody theorizing when, let me see if I find it. Hold on one second. Let me see if I find that image of somebody. Actually, no, let's do this. Let's do this. I think, let me see if I find it. Come on. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, that's not it. Dang it. Yeah. Where are you? Damn it. Let me see if I find it on DC Film News. Come on. No. No. Okay. Let me see if somebody posts it right here. Nope, nobody's posting it. Let me see here. Let's go back here. So, okay. All right, so fine. Let's go over. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this here. Somebody is saying that this is a shot from the film, from the trailer, and somebody's assuming that this is her here, and it kind of looks like it, but to me it's like a Rorschach ink, because to me it feels this looks like like it's a column. It doesn't look like her, and then it looks like somebody sitting down in a wheelchair. So to me it's like a Rorschach ink. So I don't believe that's her there. I think we're gonna get to see her either in the end credit or now. I don't think she's gonna be involved in the film. That wouldn't make any sense. Well, it would make sense, but the thing I don't. You know what? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I remember there was a report that came out about a week or 2 weeks ago, where people there was a report that David Corenswet was overseas shooting a film, shooting some parts of the film with her, and I'm thinking, could it be that he's gonna show up in her movie, or that shooting was actually stuff for the Superman film, maybe an end credit scene or something? All right, we'll see. What? I don't know what you're saying, dude. All right, I'm gonna bring down the chat because you distracted me, man. I'm sorry. All right, so let me see what people's reaction has been so far. Okay, that's me pretending to be shocked, laughing my ass off. It's hilarious how these people in the threads are calling it too packed. Really, too packed? That's a new that I never heard that before. The JLA will only be, oh god, yeah, it's insufferable. People, we need to first look at the suit. Yes, we do. I'm seated. The theater's employees are scared of asking me to leave. Damn, it's too early. Definitely a packed film. Yes, I know. No, I don't think it's a packed film. Like, one thing that James Gunn said, that he was tired of films just having cameos for the sake of it. I don't think he's not gonna put an individual in the film unless he serves a specific purpose, whether it's a specific purpose for the next movie or to tell the story that he's telling right now. But just a throwaway cameo, like, let me see one cameo that it means nothing at all. I remember watching The Flash, and this guy showed up, and Barry Allen, Ezra Miller showed up in the Flash series. That cameo didn't pay off. That's complete trash. Like, it was freaking cool when I saw it. I lost my mind. I was like, oh my god, they connected, they multiverse, blah blah blah. Then it didn't pay off. That was stupid. And there, and like that, you have a lot of them in the MCU. Too many to count. So those are the ones that he was referring to, like those type of cameos. Don't just throw people in there just for the sake of it if they don't mean anything at the end of the day. Like if it's gonna serve a purpose, the story is gonna say something about the film or the next film that is gonna come down the line, then it makes total sense to have that person in there or have that cameo in there. Anyway. Oh, this is weird. Okay. So what it says that join. Sorry, I'm not used to this TikTok live thing. So join. It tells you when people join. That's okay. That's pretty cool. All right. So yeah. So let me see what else. Did I highlight anything else? Yeah. So I guess that's not a surprise. We knew that she was gonna make her cameo in this Superman film, and we knew this was gonna happen. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about this little drama that happened during the week. This this happened. This was it on Saturday night? I think it was Saturday night, if I'm not mistaken. But all I can tell you is that I'm friends with. Well, everybody. I think everybody knows that. I know. Well, I communicate with some other YouTubers and Twitter handles, and I remember that I was talking to somebody from this DC Film News, and I'm like, he sent me they sent me the entire video from Andy Muschietti. I was like, oh shit, let me translate that. So I translated it and I sent it to them. So shout out to them because they gave me a shout out when they posted it. So I translated it, and because people were running away with this, I was like, what? That's not what he's saying. Because like people were saying all this crazy nonsense that he was saying about the Batman. I was like, no, that's not what he's saying. Like you cannot take a little piece of information and just run with it and say, yeah, that's what he said. No, that's not what he said. One of the things that he said, let me see, because people were saying that, and I translated this verbatim. It's not, because in Spanish there's no gender or what's the word? I forget the word. But there's no they, them, Caesar, pronouns. There's no pronouns in Spanish. So like I translated it just like the way that he did. So when I posted this, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to anybody, just FYI. So anyway, so he was talking about Ezra Miller and his interaction with Ezra during the production of the film, and also he was talking about the film and how the film performed and all that stuff. So when he was talking about this, is what he said. It's the result of a mental health situation. It's turned out the way that it turned out. Let's say, I mean, he was dealing with mental health situation, and when you make a movie, there are things you just can't control. And this is unfortunate because I like Ezra, but they had a lot of issues. And those issues didn't help the film at all, because people already had a perception. I don't know if the general audience, because this was everywhere. Like, this is what I dislike about being overly negative about stuff on social media, because later on, everything that they were accused of, it was all BS. The drops were charges. The family, they apologized, but the damage was already done. All this nonsense about grooming and all this stuff, all that stuff went away, but nobody made a video apologizing, hey, listen, we were wrong. Nobody made a video saying, hey, we were wrong, we misreported it, this is actually what happened, let me go in detail, blase, this person recanted the statements. None of that happened. I haven't seen a single video of every YouTuber who went on social media on the daily basis saying all these negative things about Ezra Miller. Anyway, so I just wanted to went off the rails a little bit. But anyway, so one of them is when the actors have a public relations crisis. He got into trouble, was arrested in Hawaii, etc., etc. I had in general a very good experience with him. with Ezra. They are a great actor, great comedian. I was very surprised by Ezra, but then towards the end, I came across all of this. I say this happened months before the release, just before the premiere, and well, it was a setback. It was a huge setback because in the general, in the court of public opinion, when you have this perception that this individual is XYZ, it's really hard for people to say, okay, I'm gonna give him a pass. Like, it's not like he got into a fight or there was I don't know, an incident, a car crash. Oh, I don't know. Think of one thing that can bother you, but it's not to the point where you're gonna say, I'm not gonna go and see that. You know, and that happened right before the movie came out. Like, to the point where they kept them away from any marketing material, interviews. When they do all the pageantry before the movie comes out, where they go through all these interviews by everybody in the industry, Ezra was nowhere to be found because they didn't want the studio didn't want to ruffle the feathers. They didn't want to get into deeper waters with Ezra Miller. Listen, I don't know him personally or them personally, but I know people that know them, and they say that they're the nicest people ever. And there's other people that say, no, this individual is XYZ. I'm like, okay, I don't know them personally, so I cannot speak on somebody who I never met in my life. So anyway, so he said I had in general a very good experience with Ezra. He's a great actor, a great comedian. Oh, I'm going back there. Let me go back down here. Sorry. Later, other factors piled in, like, the fatigue. I don't think there was a superhero fatigue, even though, you know what, I shouldn't say that. There is fatigue, or there's a superhero fatigue because it was generated by Marvel in the oversaturation of bad shows and bad film back to back. Marvel first Infinity Saga, those movies, like, you had a couple of hits and misses here and there, but not to the degree that they had on the last, after the Infinity Saga ended. When the Infinity Saga ended, that was like, hello, Yara, good to see you here, buddy. First and last time I'm gonna do a live stream here and TikTok. So yeah, so what's the name? So yeah, so what I was saying is that there was definitely superhero fatigue, but it was not a fatigue because nobody wanted to see superhero movies. It's because people didn't want to see more bad superhero movies. Because look how good, even though, yeah, you can say that the nostalgia factor and all those characters that they included in those movies, like the No Way Home movie that had Toby and all three Spider-Man, when they brought back Wolverine. I know, yes, it makes sense, but that Deadpool movie was really good, even though it had a bunch of cameos in there that probably they're not gonna pay off, but it was a good movie. It was very, very well put together. So yes, there is a fatigue for superhero movies, but for bad superhero movies, you gotta tell the good stories, and those movies were solid. That's why they made it a lot of money. So I don't subscribe too much to this fatigue thing. So he said, years later, I started learning about other things, like how when a movie like this is made, there's an expectation to appeal to all four quadrants, the audience, and this is and this is a movie that, apart from anything else I mentioned, I think failed in the sense that it didn't appeal to all four quadrants of the audience. So all four quadrants, women and men, young adults and children, and I don't know, for all four quadrants. It includes all of those. Thank you. This is my second compliment on the t-shirt. Thank you, buddy. When a 200 million movie is made, the studio expects to bring everyone, even your grandparents, to the theater. That's a fair thing. You're making a huge investment, so you expect people to come in and watch this film, including your nana and your kids, and even your grandmother and And in a private conversation later on, I learned things that, like, how a lot of people weren't interested in the Flash as a character. Half of those four quadrant, the two were the two female quadrants. Now, this is not him saying, "Oh, females are not interested in on the Flash." This is the studio, because based on analysis and research on how people felt about this movie and this character. This is not Andy Muschietti saying, "Well, I'll blame the failure of this movie to women not watching it." No, the studio did the research, and he learned later on that no, not too many people are interested in this character, and most of the people that are not interested in these characters and this character are female. This is what the studio told him in a private conversation. It's not Andy. This is why I stay away from YouTube a little bit, and I pick and choose who I listen to, because it's a cesspool out there. Because I saw video after video after video, people saying Andy Muschietti said that the Flash movie failed because women hate the Flash. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. So yeah, and so he ended. These are the things that worked against the movie, and I gradually found out about them. He found out. He's saying this thing. Like, I don't understand what people. It's like they don't either understand context, they don't read the full thing, or they just want to latch on to the one little negative thing and run with it. And that's why I did a video about that, talking about that, because people are more likely to say something negative because of clicks and views. I couldn't talk about clicks and views. Like, if I see two people here and they're vibing with me, I'm cool. I know I'm gonna have a good time. Like, I'm already more excited than Yaris in the chat. My homie. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have people that are I'm not saying this in a malicious way, because I know people probably, they try to earn a buck, they try to make an extra dollar, to which is on. People got dealing with real shit out there, and maybe they had to do these kind of vile things to survive. I get it. I understand. It's rough out there. But to me, like, I wouldn't do that. Like, it just makes no, like, I feel phony doing that. Like, how can you turn on the camera, read this, and just say, Andy Muschietti said, or do a thumbnail with big letters, Andy Muschietti said, women's are the reason why this film failed. No, this film failed because the fourth quadrant, when they did the research, most of these females that they researched weren't interested, and they told Andy. Another determining factor was that there was a little fatigue because of what Marvel already galvanized with this poor slate of films and shows that they put out that year and the year before, and also coupled with all the drama that Ezra Miller dealt with. So there was the court of public opinion, there was the superhero fatigue for superhero movies, and there was also a four quadrant that this character didn't fit into the four quadrant that probably they hoped that did. And this movie went through years in production hell. So people probably gave up on it before they even started doing it. Like, that's why they included the Batman, Supergirl, and the other Batman. Like, that movie was stacked. It was stacked with Superman, which made like a little cameo on the screen. Batman, Wonder Woman, two Batman, and Supergirl. And it still didn't perform as well as they wished it did. And then it's not a bad movie. I've seen it multiple times. It's not the greatest comic book movie, like James Gunn once said. For sure, he was like overhyping it, trying to oversell it, because he got a good relationship with Ezra Miller, according to what he said when he was shooting the final episode of Peacemaker. That he found Ezra Miller to be hilarious. So probably he was pushing for Ezra Miller to be successful, so he can bring Ezra Miller into the DCU. Who knows? Because look, we're getting Lobo, we're getting Jason Momoa into the DCU. So probably he will try to find a way to fit him into this universe. Who knows? Plastic Man. I don't know. Think about somebody, but I think he was trying to figure something out for them. But anyway, so yeah, so I don't think I don't think people are putting a lot of thought behind it. And then but during the whole thing, there was another report where Andy Muschietti said, "Oh, I haven't met with James Gunn in over a year." Yeah, sure, he haven't. Like me, to me, that was a red flag. To me, that's a red flag. Hold on, let me bring the chat because I've been ignoring you guys for a little bit too long. To me, that's a little bit of a red flag, but at the same time, he didn't say I haven't spoken to him in a year. And sure enough, I talked to my buddy. I was like, "Hey, no, we'll find out something and I'll let you know." And then they posted it. And this is what they say exclusive. Although Andy Muschietti and James Gunn have not met face to face, the film since the filming of Superman, a source close to the parties confirmed Andy and Gunn speak regularly. So they are in communication. Just because they haven't met doesn't mean that they don't communicate. Like some of my best friends, I haven't seen them in years, and we always communicating. So again, it's just that people take stuff out of context. Like even me, I was like worried. I was like, because I made a video and I was like, damn, that's not a good look. But I failed to see that. I was like, wait, hold on 1 second. Yeah, you're right. They haven't met in a year, but that doesn't mean that they haven't spoken. So it's true. They're still in communication. He's still very much involved with Batman Braving the Bold. So I don't think there's a lot of stuff for us to be worried about. And yes, they continue to put emphasis on that whole thing, that it's gonna be separate. It's gonna be a different Batman. It's not gonna be Robert Pattinson, and I'm all for that. Hey, what's going on, buddy? I'm sorry that I'm doing my live stream during the time slot. Thank you for the love, buddy. I might show up. No, I'm working at midnight. I don't know. Normies probably, probably that's what they are. Probably it's normies. Normies in general. Probably they're like, I'm not watching this. Oh no, so the rumors were true. They blame women. No, that's not true. Well, the studio, according to the studio research or whatever it is that they do, but so for real, you didn't include Grant and you think like I don't know. Do you think like that would have put it? I don't know if that would have put that movie over the top, like including Grant Gustin in the film. I don't know. We had love for the Flash since Justice League back. Yeah, well, listen, I love the Flash as a character. I love Barry. Let me not get into a whole argument about this, but yeah, I love the Flash. I always did. I used to watch that god awful series from the 90s. I thought it was pretty good. Just give me a Swamp Thing, Batman Braving the Bold, and Green Lantern, and I'm good. Everything else in the DCU, Slade Gang. Oh, I'm glad that you jump in here to say this. What's going on, Aztec Aguila? But yeah, so talking about, let me see if I have that here. Okay, so there's some excitement. Listen, and we're gonna, oh my goodness, I've already been here for an hour. So let's talk about this whole thing about Superman. So they put a report out, and Warner Brothers fired their worldwide marketing chief, Josh Goldstein. I say Goldstone. ahead of its riskiest slate in years. And it's true, man. Why would you fire that individual who made Barbie a phenomenon? Barbie and Barbieheimer was a thing, and they made it. And whoever was the head of marketing was on his ball, or they, I don't know. But that person was very, very good at their job, because Barbie, I'm one of the, it was an okay movie, if you ask me personally. I know it's a subjective medium, but if you ask me, I'll tell you it's a mid film. Does it deserve to make $1 billion? Yeah, maybe, sure. Why not? Every movie deserves. There's a lot of people involved in making movies, and they all deserve to make a lot of money so those people can put that in the resume. I was involved in this film. Pay me more, and they get it. You know what I mean? So I think I'm fine with that. But to me, like it was not the greatest. It's like there's a movie that it's out there that I do not know. Like this has shaken me to my core. That is right now on the running for an Oscar, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like I feel like I'm living in an alternate universe because I saw that movie and it's utter fucking trash, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And this is not it's not what you think it is, but it's a garbage movie. I'm not gonna say the name of the movie because people like to assume shit. Anyway, so let's go into this. So in this report, they're talking about the marketing team that they're gonna revamp it for the 2025. And here they say the next 5 movies are this is Warner Brothers they're talking about. Their next 5 movies are really in trouble. It's curious. So it's curious they do this. I guess the overhaul. Say one industry executive on the condition of anonymity. Okay. Superman will be a massive hit. Everything else on the entire slate is in question. So they know that they have a good movie. Like they know this Superman is good. It's Gucci. That movie's gonna be just fine. James Gunn Superman reboot anchored by the Republicans. Blah, 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 blah. We already know all this stuff. Hold on, because I know I put some stuff right here. Okay. This is what I want to talk about. So this is what the report said. All this up on the sky high stake for the Superman, which relaunches the DC universe under the direction of James Gunn, Peter Safran. The film is the studio's best hope at fielding a billion-dollar blockbuster in 2025, but even the Man of Steel isn't impervious to the box office kryptonite. There is a ticking clock for everyone at the studio. Jesus, this is not a campy report. July 11th is the day, says Galloway, referring to the day that Clark Kent makes his theatrical return. If Superman can storm the beaches of Normandy, a lot of people will be in trouble. Shit. This is terrifying. And this is, but at the same time, like they saying, because a movie can be anything. This movie can be amazing. It could be the best thing ever. It can bring all 4 quadrants. James Gunn, I know he's trying his best to make sure that this film is a success. And I got a feeling that it will be. Just for the reaction alone. For the reaction alone from the trailer, I got a feeling that movie is going to be just fine. So, but again, to be fair, to have a fair and open dialogue, it can be anything. So if this film fails, that's it. There's no way to come back from it. There's no way to come back from it. There's no DCU moving forward. And the thing is, I don't know. There is a group of people that are hell-bent on this movie failing. It just makes no sense. Like, even if you're not a James Gunn fan and you're a DC fan, do you understand what's going to happen if this movie fails? If this movie fails, Warner Brothers is going to say, what's the point of us having this IP if we cannot get a good, we cannot make money of this IP? What is the point of us keeping this in-house? Let's start, licensing this out to whoever. And don't even freaking think for a minute that they're going to license to Netflix, and then Netflix is going to restore the Snyderverse. Shut the No, it's not going to happen. But what they're going to do is they're going to license it to Apple. They're going to license it to Amazon. They're going to license it to whoever they want. They're going to keep the core 5 members: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, maybe Cyborg. I don't know. Like the main Justice League. Those they're going to keep. And then everybody else is going to be auctioned off. It's going to be, they're going to sell everything off. That's what's going to happen if this movie fails. Like, I got a feeling that's what's going to happen. Hopefully it doesn't. I got a good feeling that it's not going to happen, because the way that people are reacting to the trailer, it's just, to me, is this excitement for this universe. And talking about that, this is something that was discussed earlier this week, that the box office for 2025. And I know that this film, the only thing, I don't know if it's gonna make $1 billion. I highly doubt this film is gonna make $1 billion. I don't think this whole idea that this movie is gonna make $1 billion. I don't know why would anybody put that kind of stuff out there that this movie is gonna make $1 billion. The reason why I feel that it's not gonna make $1 billion is because it's gonna be sandwiched between two big major blockbusters. All three are considered like to be big blockbusters: Jurassic World, Rebirth, and Fantastic Four, the First Steps, which one comes out on July 3rd, and then a week later comes Superman. So will the box office from Jurassic World hurt Superman? We don't know. Now, 2 weeks later, we're gonna get Fantastic Four, which can also hurt the box office, because now we have a big budget movie and going into in theaters, which is gonna suck the air out of the theaters. And that's why people hate Marvel movies, because every month they will put out a Marvel movie, and then it would just destroy anything or kill the hopes of any other movie from making any money. So anyway, the only thing that I'm thinking about, and this is I said this on Real, I forgot his name, jeez, damn it. I said this because I want to do a short about this. Is the only way that I feel that this movie will make $1 billion Superman movie is if they move Fantastic Four. And the only way that Fantastic Four can be moved is if the next two Marvel movies do not hit the mark. If that Captain America movie doesn't hit the mark, and the other one, the Thunderbolts, doesn't hit the mark, which I'm definitely not gonna watch the Thunderbolts. And I'm not a hater. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna watch it in theaters. I'm sorry. Captain America, I might give it a shot, but nothing that I've seen from the Thunderbolts is telling me is giving me any ease that this is gonna be a good movie. Nothing from that movie. So if those two movies fail, I guarantee you that Fantastic Four is gonna move. They're gonna panic like they always do, because Marvel, they very reactionary. Like, you think that DC is and Warner Brothers, every studio is reactionary. That's why you have Marvel doing reshoots and rewrites and changing directors. That's why they do that stuff. And this is not me talking nonsense about Marvel. It's just every studio does this. So I'm surprised. I guess DC will eventually get to that point when a lot of stuff will start happening at the same time. So this is the only way that I can see Superman making $1 billion. If that movie gets pushed back, I can see it. But I think, like, conservatively, I think that Superman is gonna make good money. I think it's gonna be on the 700 million, 7 and 8. So, and because James Gunn has a good, you know what? Let me do this. I should have done this. Let me put this. Hold on a second. Let me ask. Okay. Let me ask. Provide me with a list of the last 4 James Gunn films. Provide me. In a grid format. All right, let's see. Okay, let me share this with you. See, look at this. So I used ChatGPT a little bit. All right, I use it a lot. Fucking fight me. So anyway, so I asked ChatGPT to list the last 4 movies that James Gunn directed. and the budget and how much they are, right? So the last one was Guardians of the Galaxy. That one was 2023. It made $845 million, right? For $845 million, close to $1 billion. That's pretty good. And this is with a $250 million budget. Okay, so before that, he made the Suicide Squad. That was during the pandemic. This was when they were doing the day-and-day release. This is my least favorite. I didn't like that film. I was not a fan of the Suicide Squad. I was not a fan of neither one. Just to be completely transparent, I don't know, something about team-up movies that, like, I don't know, it's something about so like they had to hit the right balance, and I feel like it's really hard to always to hit the right balance when you do like a team-up movie. That's why I used to love the A-Team in the 80s, but that was a show, so you had enough time to flesh out and balance out the entire team. But in a movie, it's really hard, especially like a team that had like 20 people in there. Anyway, so that movie didn't make, it lost money because one thing it was during the pandemic, and another thing it was doing the day and day thing, that the movie theaters and on streaming on Max. So nobody went to the movie theaters. But it brought in a lot of viewers on Max. So I don't know if they take that as a win. But it you know, objectively speaking, it lost a lot of money, a lot. But before that, Guardians of the Galaxy, which was 200 million, and it made 863 million. The one before that, it was 195, and it made 777. So James Gunn has an average of probably, without putting the 185, so he has an average of 168. I'm sorry, he has an average of 7 and 8. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so he's batting way above average. And as far as his Rotten Tomato score, it's in the 90s, 80s. That Superman movie is gonna hit. There's no way that movie is gonna fail. Just based on the director's previous performance on not only in the box office but also with the critics and the viewers, that movie is gonna hit. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Yes, subjectively, I know a lot of people live by it. A lot of people love it. I gotta be honest with you guys. I cannot sit here and be phony. It was not for me, and I said it many times. It was not for me. Anyway, Manolo's here. What's Manolo? Hey, Manolo! What's going on? Good to see you here, buddy. Good to see you here. So yeah, there it is. So yeah, I think that movie, I think Superman is just gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's not gonna be a mess like so many people like to make it out to be. It's not. It's gonna be just good. Let me see. Anything else happen here? I want to talk about Silo. I love Silo, man. I'm gonna miss that show. But anyway, yeah. So I think. What do you guys think it's gonna make? Do you guys think it's gonna make $1 billion? Throw me a number. Let me see. Let me see if you guys are as crazy as people on the Twitters. Haters are gonna hate for hacks. Let's see. It's Superman though. It's a Superman you can take your kids to. He's not out of that is true. Listen, and the thing is, it has a couple of things going against it, because the last time the Superman made money for the studio for Zack Snyder. It made it close to $700 million, and that movie was I think it was 200. What was the budget for that film? Hold on one second. Let me get that. Bring back ChatGPT. Where do you go, ChatGPT? What was the budget for Zack Snyder? Superman. Man of Steel was 225 million. See? It was 225. How much did it earn? How much did it earn? And he earned domestic, man, in total. Shit. Don't make me do math. What's wrong with you? $668 million. So it makes 668 millions. See, it makes 668 million with a budget of 225. See what I'm saying? Like that, the Superman movie just needs to make up. Like people will say, no, it has everybody in it. It's a Superman movie. Chill the fuck out. Chill the f out. It's a Superman movie, but Supergirl is in there. Guy Gardner's in there. Mr. Terrific is in there. So and so is in there, bro. It's a Superman movie. It's a movie that is the one before that was Superman Returns, and that movie didn't even crack $300 million. I think it made 300. I don't know. It didn't make. It lost a lot of money. But the thing is that those movies are inherently not big box office earners. So if that movie makes close to 7, or it makes 7 plus, it's a win. A win is a win. It's a win. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. So, hoping for over $600 million. I think it will make at least 700 million and maxing out to 800. I think maxing out to $800 million. That is definitely, that's my prediction. It's gonna max out like around that. It's definitely gonna, like, I got a feeling that it's gonna max out $800 million. Let me see. I got a feeling it will. But you know, I don't care about that. Like I just want the movie to be good and make profit, so that way there's an excuse to continue this universe. Because even if it makes the same amount, the 670 and 68, it's still a win. Because one thing is, like, we don't know the budget. What if the budget's $200 million, right? And it makes 668. It's making more money than the Snyder's Superman. But people are gonna say, well, inflation, it was shot in the dark. Like, they always gonna find an excuse to like have this back and forth. So like, I just want it to be good. When till we see the reaction to the crypto puppy ball? That's true, the puppy ball. Did I do a video? I think I spoke about that in a video. Yeah, the puppy ball. I think we're gonna get some clips. I don't know if we're gonna get a commercial. I don't know if we're gonna get another teaser trailer. I think we're gonna get some footage with Crypto and Superman. People are gonna love this. That's like another thing, man. People love their pets. I don't know. Now, like, I see those numbers going up. Yeah, I remember. It's okay. Yeah, Crypto's gonna sell. Yeah. You know what? Another thing that people do not take into account is merch. Merch is such a big deal for the studios too, because before they had toys, lunchbox, and Happy Meals and all that stuff, and now they don't make as much. Like, you gotta be like a real fanboy to start collecting toys and buying toys, and like, kids don't play with toys now; it's just video games. So like, they rely a lot on merch, and all the merch that every time they put out something, it sells out like that. It's selling out quick. So they don't underestimate that merch money that the studio will be selling for this film. Conan's participating with his dog. Yeah, correct. That's what, the puppy ball. Yeah. It's the same day of the Super Bowl. So anyway, all right, let me make sure that I didn't leave anything else out that I wanted to talk about. Yes, I think I covered everything. Nothing else has dropped. Let me make sure nothing else dropped. Okay, that's pretty good. I think we're gonna end it there, guys. Let me see. What are you saying? Terrence, good to see you here, buddy. I feel like they can continue with great promotion marketing. The Superman could be great new star for the DC studio. It will be a great star for the DC studio. Yes, I think the marketing, I think the marketing is gonna be solid. If all that stuff that we've seen so far is good indication, I think they should be good. Let me see. Oops. Oh, crap. Did I remove this? Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay. This is back here. Sorry, guys. Almost. Okay. All right. So I got a little Superman best comic book trailer. Yeah, it was a great trailer. It was a really good trailer. It hits me on the feels. It was not a trailer. Like, I want to make that abundantly clear when I left a comment. Like, nah, it just reminded me of my dad. Let's see. Did I respond to everybody? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, all right. I think that should be good, guys. Listen, guys. All right. So if you watch me on TikTok, it's been a pleasure. If you're watching TikTok, oh man, I feel bad for you guys. Well, I honestly. Listen, guys, make sure to share this content. I'm going to be here every Friday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Make sure you share this content with everybody. Let's make this community grow, because there's a lot of negativity out there. So if you want a place where you can actually talk about nerdy stuff and DC stuff, this is the place. This is the place, because there's so much of that going on. Did anybody love Creature Commandos? I love Creature Commandos. Well, then again, I'm biased because I love animation. I love this there with Batman, the animated series, I guess. No cap. No, I don't know about that, bro. Animated series. Hey Ryan, good to see you here, buddy. Good to see you here. Yeah, I don't know if that's not at the level of the animated series, but it's a subjective medium. So, all right. So, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, share this content with everybody, with your cousin, your friends, your mama, your girlfriends, your lovers, and everybody at work. So that way we can make this community grow, and we can fan out about this DCU stuff and all the latest news and all this fanboy stuff that we do, that we love to do. Okay, fanboy. Fangirl too. Okay. All right, guys. So till next time, peace.